Now, new figures suggest there's been a 50% rise in children vaping.
Now, disposable vapes are bought at corner shops. They appear to be the e-cigarette of choice among youngsters.
Let's talk now to journalist Julie Cook. Good morning, Julie. You've got a dog in this fight. You've got teenage boys, at least one, I think, haven't you, that you caught vaping. How much of a problem is this for parents?
Well, Bev, good morning. I'm really, really angry and furious to hear these statistics today. I don't know about you, but I just think it's absolutely appalling. My son, yes, you're right, he's 14 and I caught him vaping about 6 months ago. Stubbed that one out, pardon the pun, stopped that in its tracks because I was absolutely furious. But I am worried because every other corner you look on, there are teenagers and children as young as 11 vaping. And I know I came on before on your show and spoke to the chief, I think, officer of the vaping, I don't know, industry or something or other. And he was saying they're completely safe. And I just disagree. I think if they were safe, they would be allowed for people under 18, which they're not. But number two, I think it's a very cynical marketing, obviously at children with the pink and bright green, packaging and the bubblegum flavours. I'm absolutely appalled that this is still going on.
I mean, if you pass these vaping shops, Julie, they are like sweet shops. And it's almost designed to lure children in, and I've seen many children in there. And this report shows 11 to 17-year-olds, 11-year-olds are vaping. And there's been an increase of nearly 12% in 11-year-olds trying vaping.
Year.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd that we're not doing more about it. I really am stunned that our government isn't up in arms over this. As you say, 11-year-olds, it's not even teenagers now, it's children who, as you rightly say, go into what they think is almost a sweet shop because of all the beautiful colours. I mean, I don't know about you, but people who say that these are aimed at existing older smokers to stop, I really don't believe that. I don't know any 50-year-old ex-hardened smokers who are in the market for a bright pink bubblegum vape. I think it's complete lies, complete tosh. It's aimed at kids.
And to get them young, you keep them. That's the point, isn't it, Bev?
Yeah,
isn't it?
It is. It is, Julie. I mean, I think there's a few questions that always spring to mind when I'm talking to my kids, 12, 14 and 19, and they all have not personal experience of vaping, don't know about the 19-year-old, but the little two know, but they do know their friends are vaping. And when you say to them, why are they doing it? They just say they like it. Now, what is it about our young people today that they are needing to have a nicotine hit? Because the nicotine they get from these vapes is actually more than they're getting from cigarettes, because cigarettes are quite hard on the lungs. They don't taste nice. The vapes taste of strawberries. They can puff away on them. The parents can't smell them. They can do it in the school toilets. They can do it on the bus because you can't smell anything. Why do you think, Julie, is there a problem with how our kids must be feeling that they need this high?
It might well be, yes. I mean, back in my day, it was alcohol. Everyone was drinking way too much of that. And we had the whole Alco-Pops scandal, wasn't there, where they were deliberately aiming Alco-Pops at young children. But nowadays, I think it's almost the sort of vice of choice of young people. And as you say, maybe it's stress, maybe it's exam worries, maybe it's peer pressure. And as you say, you can get away with it because you can't smell it. You can tuck it away and hide it. You don't smell in your hair or your hands of smoking. So it's a really hidden problem. And yet, on the other hand, it's so obvious. It's on every street corner and no one seems to be up in arms about it.
I think the government missed a trick here, because this has all been allowed to be pushed through and it's making the vape companies a huge amount of money. I think we've got to go to the news. But thank you, Julie. Julie Cook there, journalist. But I was just going to say, I think they should always have only ever been on prescription for people trying to
and remember,
stop
fags
smoking.
in your corner shop are hidden from view. Vapes are not.
Yeah. They were introduced as a medicinal product to stop people smoking. Great. We thought this was a brilliant idea. And they've morphed into something much more pernicious.
Certainly is.